Hello, my dear friends of healthy hair and skincare. Happy New Year! Today's topic is going to be the chat or the talk about the new Lockhart's crafts. A few, let's say, deviations from the Lockhart Goon Grease came out already last year. Who's buying it and so on. The predecessors, so to say, were the Christmas scents. The thing I have here the heavy hold. The red one is the medium hold. However, the ingredients are the same. Now somebody might ask, yeah, but it is the goon grease, right? No, not really. This has ingredients of the goon grease and has characteristics of the goon grease, but by its ingredients, it isn't, unfortunately. Here we have Ceteria 20. Ceteria 20 is a hardening chemical ingredient, always used in hair gels and industrial waxes. Also we have the emulsifying wax, which is an industrial wax, which is a purely chemical wax, unfortunately, instead of more beeswax or lanolin, which are more expensive. It is somehow I find that, first of all, I find this pretty sad. I've always been a huge Lockhart fan, and I cover pretty much. I think not. I don't know if not every pomade, because I think that water-based pomades are literally just glorified gels. So I don't cover them, but the thing is, the trend that more and more Lockhart products that comes to the fore is that parts of the hair gel industry, or the the mass hair wax and hair gel industry, finds its way, unfortunately, into my favorite brand. And it is pretty regrettable. I mean, for me, the Fire and Brimstone, for example, Heavy Hold, or the Lockhart's Goon Grease were and still are so unique and so great by their core, and the overall performance is absolutely perfect. And I don't know why the road for Steve and Nicole Lockhart is basically adding more chemical stuff rather than tailoring around other features that might be debatable. For example, the color. I mean, what speaks against a white or a pure or natural colored Goon Grease pomade without, or a natural colored Fire and Brimstone, which would be pretty desired, especially from me, because they stain massively my colors. And that's the reason, for example, why I cannot wear them. Or why can't be the Fire and Brimstone Heavy Hold or the medium hold be like sort of, and in their core characteristic, be the core of new pomades with new scents. I don't understand it, why we get chemical enriched so-called goon greases with different scents instead of this. Yeah, unfortunately, this seems to be, I don't know, somehow the current trend that Steve is going. I find it pretty sad, unfortunately, and I wish it wouldn't be so. I hope that, because especially, as somebody who is featuring German products on his German channel, and also on this channel, of course, but they get much more views, of course, over there. I can definitely tell that the creativity and the the approach of creating modern and more advanced pomades by natural substances is absolutely based in Germany right now. You know, water-based pomades, if you like to call it like that, you know, is basically something where you basically take out substances from an hair gel that where you can say, okay, they are not necessarily contributing to the hardening effect, but you keep the core ingredients for it, and then you put in some scent oils, and then you call it a pomade, which is absolutely trash. Yeah, and this is nothing. This is not a new invention, or this is nothing new or anything creative. There were other things that came out that were creative, but you know they were not the big shot. For example, like the clay spray. I think that this is really a creative product, or the unorthodox goon grease. It is a creative product. However, that you know this was not the big shot. I can understand that there is a certain group of people that demands such products, but why do we have to chemically dilute like this a great pomade? For me personally, it doesn't make any sense. I hope for the future this is not the trend that or the road that you're going through. Too. The scent on this is still great. I don't know why a normal goon grease wouldn't have done it. Well, these are just my thoughts on this. Basically, these new Lockhart releases are an altered form of the goon grease. They probably should provide better washability. The side effect is that it is more cheaper in its production, and that it, for me personally, becomes less tolerable, especially because of my scalp skin, especially with regard to the emulsifying wax. But well, we will see. This is, by the way, an okay scent. I tried the others in the shop of my local trader. Honestly, I don't think that will that type of a big shot. And I still can say, guys, the original goon grease is still king. Yeah, it doesn't change. It is still the absolute king. Unfortunately, this falls short. Guys, I hope I could provide you with a little bit of information. It is now just, it was a video where I just assembled my thoughts on the current trend that these pomades fall to. However, I hope better for the future, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're healthy, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.